And we are live, right on time. What's going on, everybody? Let me know. So I have a feeling that someone's going to say something maybe, but I adjusted the camera, and so it's a little bit more yellow now, but I think that it's actually more true to color. I changed all the cameras, so this one should now be easier to see things. Like hopefully when I'm showing things off, the light is showing a bit more. I also changed the overhead one, so hopefully again now things are a little bit easier to see. But let me know if it looks bad. I'm not sure how I feel about the front camera. I think it looks okay, and I just need to get adjusted or used to it. Aaron, thank you very much for becoming a member. I will, let's see, let's go. Got some air horn action. Welcome. 3, 2, 1, Will, timed up perfectly. Aaron probably got their first ship. Hey, Viking, G20's here, nice and early on time. It looks okay, just a little bit tilted. Tilted is in like that's very possible because I'm using an incredibly wide angle lens. It's the color. Sounds good, looks good, just off a little. You are taking up stage spot. Okay, hopefully it's fine. Hey, Chad, hey, Maple's in the house. So, I can't believe it's okay. I'm here now. We can officially start. Perfect. Does the Modbot light change color? It doesn't. It's a single color. It does do all sorts of, I can dim it, which isn't so fun. There is like strobing. I don't know how it works. The strobing's awful. I also don't want to strobe because I don't want anyone that's sensitive to flashing lights. The strobing is awful. Like I don't have sensitivity to light and I hate it. But no, it's just green. It is not RGB, unfortunately. I actually bought this. I've been wanting to make one for years, and there's so many projects that I've talked about for so long that I think it was, gosh, I don't know when we got this, but probably around Christmas of last year, I saw a sale for custom lights, and I was like, that is too good to pass up. I looked at a bunch of custom LED lights over the years just for fun. They always pop up in my feeds for some reason. And I think that I got this completely custom made and shipped. I don't think it was more than like $60. And I remember looking at it and was like, there's no way, like the amount of time and effort it would take and to source the sheet of acrylic and the LED strips and all that. So yeah, I'd still like to make a bigger, more custom one day, but anyways, all you asked was it changed colors. It doesn't change colors. Luke, really missed my Earth this year. Yeah, I know. I wish I could have gone. I'm going to do everything in my power to go next year. I had said earlier this year that because of Jackson and because of us not having any family here, that I was going to try to travel as little as possible. And Jack's changing, like every other day he is growing so quickly. And so I'm glad I didn't travel this year, but next year I'm going to at least one of the 3D printing festivals. I don't know if it'll be MRF, RMRF, or 3D Printopia now, but I will be going to one of them. I'm hoping the East 3D Printopia because I've never gone to Earth or any show on the East Coast, and I think that would be a lot of fun. So it looked incredible, though. I talked to a few people, and they said it was a great time, and that it was Saturday was nuts. I heard it was just so crowded. So you'll be RM if it shall happen. I will do my absolute best. Wi-Fi the show was very bad. Only got 4 feet range. Jeez. Hey Steve. So a couple things I wanted to point out is today we have a hard cutoff, so it's 1 o'clock my time. Erin goes to work. She starts work at 5, so we have 3 hours, or at this point 2 hours and 56 minutes. So I am going to try to kick some butt. It'll be a little tough without Steve here to keep me on track, but I will do my best. We are boothing together at Rocky Mountain. Have they already decided when Rocky Mountain will be? Maybe I'll try to go to Rocky Mountain and Earth or 3D Printopia next year then, and I just won't go to MRF because I've been to MRF twice. I love MRF, but again, maybe I will not do that. So for anybody that either wasn't here prior or was here prior, a little refresher course. We are finally getting back into the Trident build we started at this point 3 months ago, probably, before the VZ bot. This is where we are currently at. This is the SIBOOR 300 kit. They have since revised the kit a fair bit. I think all of their kits now, I think they've got quite a few other colors for the aluminum extrusions. We've got this purple chrome, which I really like. I really like this. Like, I've never seen I mean, I love the LDO purple extrusions. They're gorgeous, but I've never seen a chrome, like, it's a really baller color. So I'm super excited. But yeah, I think they swapped out quite a few things. Like, this one came with the, it's not the 12.864, but the standard, like, sort of rep-rappy style screen. And I think they swapped it out for the Big Tree Tech touchscreen, and it's all Big Tree Tech electronics now, if I'm not mistaken, as well. While mine is not. I think it's the Ficec Spider. Yeah. So, and then they might have gone with Can now as well. I don't know. There's quite a few different ones. Hey, GPs. Yeah, GP's got the 2.4 Pro version. I think that they did the same sort of conversion with the Trident as well. So, the new kits look sick. I know, Zombie, you were looking at the, it's like an aqua, right? Like a blue aqua type color. Let's see, April 19th, that's the same color as my Trident. Yeah, it's real pretty. Okay, Spider 2.3. Nice is saying 2.3. I can check really quick for you guys. So game plan for today is twofold. We are going to attempt to put the X extrusion. Where the heck? 1 second. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Nope. Jeez. Okay, here we go. So it is, I think we looked at it initially, so it's probably exactly what Nice just said. But let's crack it open too. The blue, yeah. I've been really impressed so far. Would like to see a CNC kit for Trident. Yeah, that would be. Does anyone have a CNC kit for Trident? I don't know if I've seen it. Why are we not focusing? Did I turn off autofocus? I feel like I turned off. 1 second. Let me get on my stool. Safety first. Climbing up on the stool on stream. What can go wrong? Let's see. Are we on manual focus? We are. Why would I put the overhead? Why would I put? Nope, that's exposure mode. Let's try. Let's try if we go to auto. Does that correct it? Can we now focus? Okay, I apparently changed a setting. What did I do? Exposure mode. Focus mode. Cancel the use of autofocus. Invalid when using. Okay, I'm gonna try one last thing and then we'll get down. 1 second. We might not be using overhead cam today. I thought that I had corrected everything. Exposure mode manual, excellent. And then we go back to here and focus mode, cannot use autofocus. Cancel the use of, interesting. Okay, well, we'll use side camera for this view then. Thought that I had everything figured out, but once again, I've been proven wrong. Okay. I know, they're like, what's happening? There we go. So this one works. So yes, Voron Design, Ficec, is on the back side. Spider, yeah, it's what Nice said. Spider V 2.3, so that's what this comes with. So I think the new one comes with, the new one with the Big Tree Tech hardware, I believe it's probably an Octopus. I don't know definitively. They were still like working on the configuration for the revised kits when I talked to them, and that was 2 months ago. So who knows what's happening now? The new LDO board, yeah, the Goliath, right? I think is what it's called. That's not right. Leviathan. Goliath is the hot end. So. Hey, Lisa, interesting view. Yeah, we're back to regular streams. So today the game plan is two things. I would like to get the X-axis on, so the AB joints and the XY joints, AB joints, and the Voron tap, which I have never used or built. So that's going to be interesting. Along with routing belts. I don't know if we'll be able to do all that, but I'm hoping we will, so that way next week we can move on to Toolhead and hopefully completely get Stealth Burner done. So the only thing I'm going to be doing, hey Nuno, 2.4 comes with Octopus Pro. Okay, cool. The only thing I'm going to be doing because of Erin, not my wife Erin in chat, is that I'm going to be swapping out these motor mounts for the type that allows for the like inverted electronics bay. For anyone that didn't see, we built the Mercury 1.1, which is an Ender 5 to Core XY conversion, and it has it where the electronics are all top facing. I love it so much. I understand that if you build a printer and you get it all set up and you just let it sit in its place, it's not a big deal. But knowing what we do and me being very indecisive on things, being able to access the electronics from the top without having to tilt the printer once you've got the bed and the enclosure and all that on there is going to be awesome. And we're going to be doing eventually CAN bus on this. We're going to be doing the XO2 Zor, I don't know how you say it, the crazy tool head. So we're going to be modifying things. So I think that's just the best way to go. And as far as I was told from Erin, the only things I have to change are the motor mount, printed parts, and some DIN rail mounts that are required. So it shouldn't really affect very much. We won't have to, anything we do today with the axe and tap won't affect that at all. So I missed chat. I will, let's see. Delmar's is on the money. They changed some stuff and you can smoke it pretty easy with the jumpers. I'm not careful with this release. Whoa, what did Delmar say that I missed? Okay, they now have a Spider 3, so be careful. Oh, okay, good to know. Thank you. If I do end up damaging it, I do have a Maker Base monster board that we could use, but let's try not to do that. That's the goal. I'm missing you, but they're definitely where you need to be. Little ones grow up so fast. It is absolutely insane how big. I'm on dad duty. Well, I'm dad, so I'm on dad duty all the time. But when Aaron goes to work, I am truly on dad duty. And it was just crazy watching him last night, gripping his bottle with one hand and feeding himself. Like, what? So yeah, he is growing so quick, and I'm glad again. I haven't been a ton around a lot of kids like in my life. Like most of my family, my mom's side's all in Sweden and my dad's side's just not really close to us. And so I didn't really know how quickly kids grow, but it's very, very fast, like very, very fast. So I do that on mine as well, so worth it. Yeah, I'm totally going to do that. Electrical on the top is really great. He's a big, yeah, he's a big dude. It's crazy, man. Oh, Siri, I'm not talking to you, buddy. Okay, so now that we have got that out of the way, let me move, let's move this guy off to the ground so I don't knock it or do something silly. And I think I took out all of the parts we're going to be needing here. Let's go. Another thing too, we'll cover that when we get to tap. If I start talking about, all the things, we will never make any progress. So this is where we are. We did, yes, feeder on. So now we're moving on to the X-axis. We're not going to be installing inductive probe because we're doing tap, and this whole back plate is going to be different. So we're just going for the rail, the extrusion, and the sides of the X-axis. So yes, first things first is going to be the heat inserts. But anyone that's done tap, because I know tap's been out for a while and a lot of people in chat have done tap. Do I need to, I don't think I need to install this. I'm not going to be using these or these, so I don't have to worry about any of this, right? Like heat insert wise. Cable chain, I imagine I still need to do, so we should do that. But yeah, I think that's the only, thing I actually have to put a heat insert into. Let me see, let me grab this. I burned myself pretty good. If you guys, burn warning, yesterday I was soldering. Let me see if you guys can we see that? Maybe it's right. Oh man, the camera angle is not very good. You can kind of see it. That was where I grabbed a soldering iron. I'm installing the beacon onto the VZBot. There'll be a video on it, and the beacon I bought was back in November, December of last year, like initial launch pre-order, and there wasn't options, and I didn't know what it was going on at the time. I just knew that I needed it. I was like, this is awesome. I will figure out what I'm installing later. And I ordered the standard version, but the VZBot needs the low profile version. And so I was working on cutting the pins and desoldering, which was interesting. I haven't done that in a really long time. And the iron was just sitting there, and I don't know what I did exactly, but it hurt. Version of tap should be the latest, which is still RC8, I think, right? But yeah, I picked up this guy. I used to have like an electronic desoldering gun where you basically press it and it heats up the solder and sucks like at the same time. But I don't have it anymore. I haven't in years. I just haven't used it. But I picked this up on Amazon and it works pretty well. It's just a you compress it and it holds the air in. Press this button and it pops and sucks the solder through. And it's got a little silicone tip on the end that you basically press right on it. And it took some definite trial and error. The ground pin really kicked my butt, but I was able to clear all the holes, and I think I hopefully didn't damage anything. So we'll see. I have the new little USB connector coming in the next day or so here, and I'm printing out the jig to convert it. So we'll see. But this thing was cool. What version of tap? It should be RC8. So SIBOOR sent over their version, which we took a look at once upon a time, and I think it was Del Mar that told me this was like RC6 or 7. So I printed out all of the updated parts, which should be the latest. I just printed these out again for the second time because I didn't like the print quality on my previous one. So anyways, let's move forward here. Are you running chains or umbilical? Chains for this because that's what it comes with, but we're absolutely going to be going we are absolutely going to be going with CAN eventually here. But yeah, for now, for the build for now, we are just going to do the default chains. Bed hinge mod. Bed hinge mod. Interesting. Do you need a chain mount since running CAN bus? Yeah, we're doing CAN bus later on. That's why I'm doing this. I don't have one. I've only got one Stealth Burner CAN bus board. It's the Big Tree Tech one, and it's also the early one with the super small connectors. So I need to see. Someone's told me a few times there's a harness you can buy. So I need to look into that, and then I have to order or reach out to Big Tree Tech for the one for the Trident. But yeah, I'm definitely becoming less and less a fan of cable chains. I've seen people before talk about them, and I like the way they look a lot. I really do. I think they're super clean, but if you don't have the right slack, if you don't have the right, like if you have too many cables, there's a lot of variables for it to function properly. And I mean, with my LDO switch wire, the bed wires, which is only 4, I think, in there. I believe it's just the heater and the thermistor. They split, and it's possible I had them in there pulled too tight, so they were rubbing as the bed was going back and forth. I really don't know. We built it a long time ago, and I just don't remember. But I just think there's a lot more margin for error with cable chains that could potentially really damage something or cause some serious frustration. And I've seen more and more of it. Brand drawings. Bed hinge mod from Ilsic. SIBOOR Trident hasn't gone to Big Tree. Oh, they haven't. Okay, so you're still using the latest. They do sell CNC kit for it though. Nice. Cool. So let's get, again, I really love that for the SIBOOR kit, everything comes in this nice little electronics box. It is very handy, and we need the bottom piece and M540 socket head, M540, which is going into here. How's everybody's week going? I know we streamed last Wednesday, but for some reason it feels like it's been a long week. Okay, we need M5 shims, which are here, and then we need, what else? Little bearings. Here, Jackson, he's waking up from his nap. I hear him. I dropped a link in the Discord stream, just the DIN mounts for the Trident. Okay, sweet. Thank you. You don't have a heatset tip for that yet? I don't. I wanted to order it, but I was trying to not spend any extra money last month. Or when it first came out, I think it was last month. I need to order it. I think either Fabrica or KB has it, so I need to place the order. I hate them. Hate what, Aaron? Removing the cable chains is the #1 mod you can do to these printers. I've never used XY chains in my builds again. Yeah. Again, I coming from not having them and just having you know, a big wire loom, I really liked them. And I think, again, aesthetically they look great. I'm running the Shipoko CNC has them, but they're big and they're meant for it. I don't know, more and more I'm seeing people posting their issues, and I've experienced some now too. And so again, I'm getting less and less a fan of cable chains. Okay, so then we need this piece, which has the same little, I think it's for wires to pass through, little indent right there. M5 nuts. M5 nuts. Go. Have you heard of the Ender 3 NG mod I just started? You mean the Microsoft one? If so, yeah, I did an install video on it. Happy Wednesday. Hey, Alan. I got the CNC Kitchen heatset tool. That's not... Oh, I hate cable chains. Gotcha. I mixed up your things. I was like, wait, you don't like the heat inserts? Okay, dropping our nuts into the pockets. Oop, oop. Come on. We have new CNC kitchen stuff, tips and inserts. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll need to place an order. Tap replaces the X carriage. You will need to print a part to trigger the X end stop unless you relocate it. Oh, interesting. Okay. So the stock, I was just looking at that actually. The stock SIBOOR kit comes with, I don't know if we'll be able to find it right now, but it's the little 2-part piece. Oh, here it is. I think this is it. Yeah, so this guy, you're saying this guy won't trigger without some kind of an adapter? I can do, I mean, I guess we can set up sensorless, but I kind of wanted to use, let's see, you're going to, yeah, I am going to install that. If so, you should use button head screws instead of socket for the printed tap, ones that go through the whole piece for rigidity. Okay, it's going to be a little bit, you know, until we do that, but hopefully he'll be there during that stream to tell me that. I covered it on my brief stream. Oh, the Ender 3 NGs of Quirks. Why is that the one that Scott covered? I think it is. I didn't realize it was called Ender 3 NG. Is anyone worried about cable chain on bamboo as they get older? It's only a single, their cable chain's kind of different. It's like a single cable chain with a USB-C that passes all power and data through. I have a feeling it's probably gonna be fine the way they have it set up, but who knows? It looked quite good, wasn't printing. I wouldn't bother with sensorless. I saw something broke in shipping. Oh yeah. I saw the tool head moving like crazy. Let's see. So this needs to go. One sec. Orientation. So if this is facing like this, then this needs to go down like this. It looks like. I feel like this is almost too bright now. Let me adjust this a little bit. Maybe that's better. Okay, and then we need our driver. 40s. It's on the instructions. Okay, sick. I saw something broken shipping. XYPTV should work. I don't think I had to add anything on mine. Okay, we'll roll with it and see if it does if it does require something being swapped out, we can do that. Okay, so this goes, yeah, all from the same direction, it looks like. Oops. 300 Trident, I will stay with end stop 250, I'll do sensorless. I have mixed feelings about sensorless. I like it. I like it for the cleanliness. It looks really good. But I've had on some printers a bit of difficulty getting the sensitivity dialed in correctly for it. All right. Tighten this up a bit more. Yeah, it seemed like it was quiet. It's hard to tell at a trade show though, because everything else is so loud, which was also weird because it didn't sound loud in general at the trade show or the event. And the events are usually blistering loud, but I am curious to see how loud it is. I know Joel came out with a video on it today, right? I saw that in my recommendations. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet. Okay, that looks like that's in. Then we need to install the GT2 20-tooth idler that is going here. Let's grab that. It was quiet. Okay, it was really quiet. Motion-wise, it was quiet. I didn't realize that the so for the X or Y, so like for example, on most all printers, well, CoreXY printers, Y has two. No, actually, it's not, because it's not a CoreXY the way it's configured, because it's not belt driven. It's, yeah, but basically the axis that you would think would need two only has one linear motor on it, and the other side's just the bearing side. It's interesting. I mean, it's all new. The printer is USB bus to toolhead. Cool. Okay. Oh, it's buffering? Interesting. Is it buffering the stream for anyone else? It shows perfect, like, green across the board on it. Oh, Alan said buffering too. Interesting. Hopefully it was just a random blurb. M540. Don't over tighten. Okay, so this one's going into the one that goes around the one that's going around the 20-tooth idler is just threading into plastic, so that's right. We want it tight, but we don't want it. Whoa! Hopefully they sent a spare screw. Interesting. Okay. If it happens again, let me know. But this is a bad screw, which I normally see these on smaller screws, but this is an M5 and it's completely filled in. I will not be able to use this. So hopefully they sent one spare, and hopefully none of the other ones have issues. Hey, Scott's here. Hey, yeah, Scott, is the Core XY Ender 3 that you covered, is it called the Ender 3 NG? This right here is the reason I went to the pins mod. I haven't even seen the pins mod, but I imagine it's similar to like what the Mercury uses instead of a bolt. Okay, can I tighten it without over tightening it? We'll do like one. Doing it again? Oh, it sucks. I don't know what I can change. I can't adjust latency while we're live. I don't think, can I adjust? No, just Ender 3. Okay, so it's a different project then. Yeah, I haven't seen the NG one then. Mine is fine now. I refreshed, okay. Yeah, try refreshing Delmar the stream and see if that does it. Because it's showing green on my end. I don't know what I can do. Mine is fine as well. Okay. Hasn't done it since I refreshed the page. yeah, I don't know what I can do, and it's looking like it's showing good. Look at, like, the bandwidth looks great on my end. Okay, so on this one, we should have the tooth up top and bearings down low. That looks good. So this is the right XY joint. Now we're gonna pretty much do the same thing for the left side. We've got, let's see. Yeah. We will be doing the Polymaker giveaway as well. In 1 hour, we'll open up the drawing for that. Is this right? This just sits here on this side, like, loosely for now. It looks like it. Yeah, I guess the other side will sandwich it. Interesting. Hey, Additive Adam. Also fine on my end. Okay, cool. Yeah, hopefully it's just a refresh will fix it, Delmar. Oops. Okay, so we've got M5 shim, our last two bearings. Stream looks fine, although I haven't seen much progress. Shut up, zombie. XR, thank you for the 1 month membership. Make sure you're hitting the smash button. Yes, I forget. I got so used to doing it when we were doing the VZ stream. I gotta remind. If you have not, please hit the like button. Also, thank you for 5 memberships. Edwin got one, Nuno got one, Quinn got one, Brian Murphy got one, and Jose, you guys all got one. Thank you. Okay, we've got that in place. Now we are doing the same thing, so 3 more nuts. XR bunker equals Shami. Yeah, Shami sent me some LEDs and a couple PCBs, so. Yeah, I'm hoping that in the next few days here, I will get the beacon installed into the VZ, and then I'm also going to be installing the daylight on a stick that XR sent over, because there's no LEDs in the VZ and it needs to light up. Hey, Collie. V2.4 working. Now I'm going to do Mercury 1. Nice. I'm still waiting for a frame kit of sorts for the new one second here. Like beefier Mercury frame that can be enclosed. Especially after pulling some graphs on the input shaping, my Mercury frame. I mean, I'm sure if I took it all apart and properly squared it, it can get much better results. But knowing that I'm going to tear it down and rebuild it with a new frame, I'm going to just wait. Also, somebody showed me, or somebody tagged me in Steve Build's Discord that there is a plugin script, which is awesome. And so now when I run a input shaping like Shaper Calibrate X or Y, which I did on the 2.4 yesterday, it auto generates those graphs and auto uploads them directly to the mainsail or your config directory, so you can just access them from mainsail. You don't have to SSH in and run the script from the terminal, which is really, really handy. I had some errors with it because I think that it was a compatibility with Python error, because I don't know if my install was 2.6, but I had installed some Python 3 stuff, so I don't really know. It took a little while. I had to do some searching, and I found a way to sort of correct things. But yeah, it's really handy. Clipane scripts are really nice. Yeah. Okay, so that's what it is then. Hey, Cookie. He has all the PCBs. Sammy Store scares me. So many PCBs. Yeah, I actually ordered a second PCB, or a second. Can I get this through? There we go. I ordered a second beacon for 2 reasons. One, in case in case my desoldering job was terrible and I happened to damage it, I wanted to have another one. But I'm hoping to install it into something else in the future that's a larger printer. I fully realize that the VZ235 is very overkill for it. But again, that has the mount for it. I have the beacon, so I wanted to go with it. What speed do you get with your Mercury? I'm not pushing it crazy quick. It's running just a standard Revo, so I'm capped to, I think I'm running around 14 cubic millimeters a second max volumetric flow. So that's my limiting factor. I don't know. I think I have speed set to any, like, I'd have to check, but I think I have max Excel somewhere between 6 or 10K. And I think I run around 150 to 200 millimeters a second, roughly. But I'm sure I'm not fully hitting it always because of that, the flow rate. I do need to throw on, I have Revo High Flow, which I should probably throw on at some point. Where are you getting Mercury 1 frame? Nowhere right now. I'm still waiting to hear confirmation that it's available, and you know, hopefully, I'm hoping Fabrico is going to carry it. I imagine they will. Fabrico has been like the biggest early on supporter of the project, so I anticipate when it becomes available, Fabrico will be either Honey Badger or LDO or whoever. Yeah, but yeah, nothing right now. Oh, this goes, yeah, there we go. Okay, so putting in the other 20 tooth idler. Anyone use the Ratrig ABS filament? The green looks amazing. I have, oh, is it Ratrig branded or is it 3DO? I don't, does Ratrig make their own? I have a spool of 3DO Ratrig green ASA that I, at some point, would like to rebuild the V-Minion with the EVA 3 tool head with. But I didn't know, I don't know if Ratrig has their own filament as well. It looks like the Mercury is like a cheaper, smaller V-core. It's an awesome build. I really, really like it. I wish that I had spent more time on the frame, and I was told to. So I have no one to blame but myself on that stock Ender 5 frame. But it's a very fun, build, and I really like the end printer. We will have it soon. TM. Oh, sick. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Sweet. I think that's how I'm gonna say it. Did you try the heat shrink labels? I haven't yet, Collie. I haven't. I left your message as unread, so that way it still shows up as notification, and I remember to do that. But no, I haven't got a chance. Collie sent me over a video that shows how to potentially get the heat shrink labels working on my label printer because it throws an error currently. Okay, that's as tight as I think I'm going. We're still spinning freely. Let's tighten these down a little bit more. They just made the announcement. Oh, really? Oh, I must have missed it then. Okay. So they have their own filament as of now then. Cool. They launched their filament yesterday. Nice. I saw everyone tag from, I think I'm in the Ratrig Discord, but I thought it was something to do with like a Facebook group or something. I don't know. Okay, here we go. So these two should be good. Let's see what's next. Let me have a sip of my coffee too. I guess we can check our work. I'm fairly confident I did this right. Although, that does not seem right. Something's off. This does not. All right, let me show you guys what I'm seeing here. So this should not. Can you see that play? I either something is wrong with the printed part, or I did something wrong, which is probably the way it is. But this one's completely stuck in place. Well, this one is shifting still, and I don't want to tighten it more. So let me see if I did something wrong here. That's fine. Really? I don't remember that on the 2.4. So is it normal for one of them to not have play then? This one right here? I mean, this one has that bolt head that goes through, while on this side that doesn't have that. I just don't remember. It's an, okay. As long as that's not going to cause an issue. It just feels weird that, again, this one is completely, this one has no side-to-side play at all. And this one is like, I mean, the fact that you can see it on camera pretty easily. Bolts constraining it. Okay. Mine has some plane as well. Does it mention that? Don't over tighten the bolt is used to position the idler in the plastic. The idler must spin freely to compare your assembled part. It doesn't say anything about that. I trust you guys. I'm gonna leave it. But it's just I feel like that should be called out if one of them's gonna do it, one's not. But again, maybe you're saying that it's fender where on one corner the filament is squishing too much and the other corner is not attached. have you tried leveling your bed? Damn it, zombie. Thank you for 14 months. Gosh. All right. Perfect. All right, we'll leave those then, since that's apparently not going to be an issue. I'm glad you guys are here, because otherwise I would probably be staring at the docks for a while. Tilt your head so it looks even. Ah, jeez. Okay, so we are now taking the extrusion, and we are getting M5 T-nuts. I'm going to keep my eye on the... Yes, so these are M5, these are M3. So let's grab M5 T-nuts. I screwed this up before, where I got like tunnel vision on the T-nuts. I didn't realize that it was a combination of M5 and M3. So we will we will do this here. Sorry about the overhead camera. I'll figure out what's going on and have it fixed by next week. Do you have a washer on it? No, there's not supposed to be a washer napping. I was the inappropriate maker. Oh yeah, I didn't actually notice you changed your name because I saw your icon and it's the same icon still. But thank you for letting me know. It's now an idiot with a Subaru. Thank you for the banana, zombie. Jackson is officially all he's eaten in his life so far is milk and bananas now. He will be having more bananas today, actually. I want to branch out and try some other things like some mashed up carrots and stuff, but we just haven't done that yet. But he loves some banana. The first bite every time is always like sticks a tongue out and you can tell he's like, ugh, it's a texture thing, I can tell. But once he realizes it's a banana, he's like, all right, I'll have some more. This is pretty good. That's the reason I did the pin mod, that you don't have to worry about the bolt on the A side being too tight. Gotcha, okay. If it ends up becoming an issue, I'll end up swapping. Hopefully it's fine. Hey, Benny. Ironically, I got my Death Racer working by punching it a few times. Yeah, we're not punching the Trident. That was one thing. Banana! Daniel's supposed to stop punching. Stop punching. Yes. I'm just trying to avoid punching things. I'm really not a violent person. Okay, so this is showing... Insert the T-nuts are shown. So I think... Okay, so yeah, the T-nuts... Let's go back to desktop. So you can still see them here. The M3 are going to be right on the side of them, so not a full 180, just 90-degree rotation. So we'll turn this like that, and it looks like 3 facing one way and 3 facing the other. So let's do that, and these are M3. I just finished printing my first Voron, nice. Waiting for other accessories to be shipped from China. Thanks to your video, very helpful. Awesome, thank you. That's exciting, congratulations. What are you building as for your first one? Did you say nanners? Oh no. no sandwich for him yet. Have you assaulted any more printers? No, I have not. I can't. You guys, I showed right on stream that I had punched the door off. I don't think I fixed it. It's still cracked. It's still cracked. Yeah, I can't believe I hit the VZ twice. To be fair, the VZ is a very wide printer. There's things sticking off both ends. That's not true. The back is like the electronics stick out fairly far. So making excuses, but yeah, normally punching is not my the issue I have. Okay, spinning this around. I'm not really spacing these. I will kind of space them, but I'll get them into place a little bit better later on. And then on the opposite side of where we put the 4 M5 T-nuts, we're going to do a 180, so on the very bottom, and this one's going to have 2 of them on the very end. So let's do that. Let Aaron feed you some of his food. Ugh, no. I'm weird, like it's a consistency thing for me too. Like I don't like mush. Which, like, I like applesauce and stuff like that, but I just, no. It's also kind of a, no, I'm good. I'm good. No Hadouken! Bananas are, I like banana smoothies. I discovered today that I have, oh no. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully it's mild. I avoided it for quite a while. Then Murph last year, I caught it, and it was basically, I was fine, and then it hit me like a train, and it was like fever and cold sweats, cough, and just exhaustion. Like, to get from bed to bathroom was way too much work. So it was rough, but it was like a very, very awful 24 hours, and then it was just, I'm isolating from Aaron, then that was it. So, like, at least, like, it didn't drag out. I was thankful for it, and I didn't have any, like, long-term, it was my birthday. No, it was Aaron's birthday. It was Aaron's birthday. And we were going to a nice restaurant, and I was able to get my taste buds back by then, which I was super thankful for, because that was what I was really, but yeah, again, all that aside, hopefully it's not, hopefully it is not a bad case for you. Thick printer, yes. Oh, 350 Trident, yeah, you went big. TBF, the VZ bot deserved it. It did give me, yeah, it gave me plenty of grief. Okay, so these are going to be for the this rail, and this rail is a Highwind rail. It's the only out of the kit that's Highwind. I put zip ties on the ends to prevent the block from flying off. So let's cut those off for a second here. I had already pre-greased these, and so this is what's going to determine our spacing. For right this second, so I think it came with these jigs, but they're too tight. They're too tight on the rail side, which actually might be fine. I reprinted some, I guess is what I'm getting at. So let's see if the ones I reprinted are any better than the ones that I think it came with. These might not have been the ones that came with, so I don't want to blame SIBOOR. It's been such a long time since we built this, or since this kit came in, that I don't know whether I mix and match some of these printed tools. So maybe it was my fault. Let's see. Wow, that's just tight. Why is that so? I printed one at 100% and one at 99%. So hopefully those were the 100%. Okay. So yeah, I'm not blaming. I think it's just these printed jigs are tight. That should work though. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not a SIBOOR thing. Maybe it's just they're tighter than I'm used to for the other ones. Odd. I just checked the assembled Voron Trident, and the generic idlers have 2mm play in the assembled printer as well. So if it's self-aligning, so you might want to back the tight one off a few. It's not that tight. I think it's just that bolt head. Like I really was careful with it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. I feel like it was good. Let's see. I've never had it. I have the old man beard protection. My beard didn't work for me. Just a cold, really, the last time I felt almost nothing. Oh, you did get it initially. Okay. Well, that's good that it's just a cold. Hopefully it passes quickly. It's more, I feel like for a lot of people, it's more of just inconvenient, right? Like it's, oh man, you gotta isolate, and it sucks. I did my 2x4 kit, came with 2 types of Highwind rails for the Z, the different preload, so put the higher preload. That's not normal. 2 types of Highwind rails for the Z. No, so the SIBOOR kit came with 3 different rail types, but they came with matching rail types for, so like, Highwind is for the X. The Ys, I think, were SIBOOR branded, and then all of the Z ones were branded as something else, but they matched. I would reach out. I would reach out, especially if you feel like they have different preload. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't be the case. It probably isn't a big deal because it's Z. I mean, like, that's the, but I still, that's odd to me that they didn't give you matching ones for the same axis. More that you might push the belt 1mm. If Steve, yeah, if Steve pops in, we'll ask him. That sounds great. More that you might push the belt 1mm down if you have it fully down because it's not in the center. Yeah, we'll see. If Steve pops in, if Steve says the same thing, then we'll do it. Otherwise, I feel like I don't want to loosen it too much. I felt like I did a really good job. Hey, what's up, Honest? Okay, let's align this before. Okay, so we're doing every other. Okay, let's do this. Let's take this off. Let's place the rail like right next to it, and let's do this. So starting with the outside. Oh, snap. This is another one of those cases where we need more. That's right, because it's, I think that the build instructions are for a 250, right? Is that right, Delmar? You were the one telling me this last time. It's been a while, but now it's all coming back to me. Delmar saying that it's, you know, again, I need more of these roll-ins because I'm building a different size. So we want to go every other on this linear rail, and then I think the center, it's like, oops. I guess I could just drop them in, can't I? Okay, that looks okay, that looks okay, that goes there, that goes there. Okay, so I think that's gonna work. Still did a pretty awful job of lining these up, but we'll get these loosely in. So we're gonna be using, I think, yeah, M38 socket heads, which are in this big bag. I bought all Highwind rails. They have different codes on them and feel different. Yeah, it's odd. If it's a problem, I'll reach out as it's already assembled. Yeah. It's probably going to be fine, GP. I find that odd. I think that was weird that they did that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If it was on a different, like if it was either your X or Y, well, I guess X, there's only one. But if it was Y, I would definitely say something. But for Z, I think it's probably the least that I'd be concerned. You can verify the Highwind preload as it's part of the part number. Nice. Okay. Where is the correct driver? Oops. Ugh. Okay, hopefully I have these rails lined up enough that I can just sort of slide them to get them positioned. Anyone else notice Louis Rosman also hopped on the 3D print general drama train? I have not. It has been a roller coaster. With him. I feel really bad. I mean, he's been doing that channel for, I want to say like 6 years. And I know that that's like his full-time, it's been his full-time job for some years as well. And like, I couldn't imagine the roller coaster. I couldn't imagine the roller coaster. It's nuts. What makes Highwind better than LDO per se? They print little Highwind. I don't actually know. I know that Highwind's just, I think, a really reputable brand in linear rails. They've been around for a really long time, and so they've sort of built a name for themselves as being high quality machined rails. or their manufacturing process. I have used very cheap rails that I've cleaned off of AliExpress, and they've worked great. And I don't know that I would have really noticed any difference from Highwind, but like, I think that you should have, the chances of there being an issue should be much less with Highwind, I guess. That's, and the consistency, yeah, I like Honey Badger, that's me, and that Rico is close to me. Yeah, I've, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think I've really had bad luck with rails. When I first ordered some rails off of Amazon, they were so quality, but like, I like, the Honey Badger rails are what I'm running on the Mercury. They've been fantastic. The LDO rails, I've never had issues with any LDO rails, and the and Highwind rails I've never had issues with. On the SIBOOR 0.1 kit, they initially sent me rails, and the rails had rust on them. That's something that I think you will probably never see with like Highwind or Fabrico or the Honey Badger or LDO. They did correct it very quickly, but it's also the I guess no, all of them pretty much, for anyone that knows more about rails than me, most all of them are using a similar type of steel, right? Or is there different steel types? I know that in the A1 mini video, or maybe it wasn't the video, maybe it was the stream, quite a few people were asking if the rails were aluminum on it, which they're not, they're steel. But yeah, from QC, everything, I guess. You're biased, but the Badger does make quality rail. I've been using Honey Badger West 3D. I may also be biased. The different steel types. My last rails are stainless. Okay, gotcha. So there are different steel types then. So yeah, I guess it could be that as well. I generally think that if you, as long as the rail shows up and it's been properly packed or greased from factory, it's got the travel coating on it so there's not already rust on it, and you take care of it to make sure that it's not in a very humid environment or that it's got grease on it to protect the rail, like, you're probably good. But again, I would rather spend a few more dollars on a quality rail than chance it on a cheap rail in most instances, especially on a build. Like, I mean, printer builds, custom printer builds are not cheap, right? Like, I mean, you can try to go budget as much as you want, but it costs for a bit. So the main motion platform that's moving your printer, I wouldn't want to go real cheap on, I guess. Hey, did I not say, I didn't know if it popped up. Steve, well, thank you for becoming a member. I don't know if I was ranting and forgot or if I said it. Hey, what's up, Dutch? My Highwind rails got rust in 2 weeks. That is wild. Yeah, I've never, knock on wood, I have not had issues. Okay, temporarily secure the carriage in place with sticky tape to prevent it from sliding. Now we're getting these guys, and we're tightening these down the center. Okay. So let's put these towards the end. All right, where is... I'll check on this side roughly. $16.89. That shifted ever so slightly. $14. I'm going to tighten down just one bolt. There we go. So it doesn't shift on me. Chinese rails really better. Yeah, I that's what I've heard as well, is that a lot of the cheap rails have gotten a lot better. My V0, my original V0 is just Ali rails. One second. Okay, so that's 14. Okay, so we want basically 15 mil on both sides. You forgot about use calipers already. It's been a long time. Oh, that's right. You should use the back of it. Every time I use calipers on stream, I'm like, someone's gonna say I'm doing them wrong. $14.92. Ah, it shifted. Okay, we're tying it in. Yeah, I forgot. It was the back. Wasn't it the back side up here that you had me using? I linked my Robo Dig rails. I did my Sidewinder in. You can place it flat and look. Oh, that's right. That's what it was. It was the flat. Dude. Okay. I'm going to show it because, again, it's probably obvious to a lot of people, but I'd never use it like this. So using this part of the calipers and having the digital screen facing towards you, you can just place it and push basically like that. So you can easily see, okay, 16.02. This side is 14.67. Yeah, that is way better. Thank you, Napa. I need you, I only do this like once every few months. I need you every single time to remind me I'm doing it incorrectly. So we need, okay, now we're at 15.66. The rail's moving again though, a little bit though. That's not doing me any favors. Let's tie it down. Okay, 14.67, 15.43. So we want right around. As close to 15 millimeters as possible. 15.04. Yeah, 15.04 and 15.19. Nope. Yeah, we're running with it. That's good. No, it's not. I know machinists that don't know it. Okay, cool. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better. Depending on your board. Wait, what did I miss? I missed some stuff. What grease did you use for these rails? It is... I ended up using Super Lube. I'm almost positive. I've used this on most of my printer builds and it's worked quite well. I know there's other better stuff. Like I know, I don't know if Fabrico sells it. They might. But West 3D sells some stuff already in a tube that's better, but this stuff works really well. Chinese rail, PTFE lube. Yeah, was it? Is this PTFE? Yeah, it is PTFE lube. Yep. I always coat my cheap AliExpress rails with WD-40 corrosion inhibitor. After removing the shipping oil they covered in it. Everyone has their own little, like, I've noticed that because when I first built the V0, I asked on, I think it was on Twitter, what people were using, and Fabrico sells EP2. Super Lube is top for those. Sells EP2, don't use EP2. Yeah, everyone, so there's one thing I've noticed, again, from 2 years ago when I asked, there was zero consistency with what people use on their rails. Everybody had their own recommendations. I saw everything from WD-40, not regular WD-40, like the WD-40, it was a blue can. Gosh, I don't know how I'll even find it. WD-40 PT, was it PTFE as well? No, it wasn't dry, wasn't the dry lube stuff, was it? I don't remember. Like there was so many answers. It was overwhelming. And so basically from that point, I just decided I'm going to use like this, someone had recommended Super Lube. I was like, cool, I can get it locally, and it's worked fine. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best stuff out there, but I'm saying that I've got printers with like hundreds and hundreds of hours across. I mean, probably thousands of hours if you spread it across the builds, and it's been fine. So don't ask the high temp folks that grease. Yeah, so everyone's got their own opinion on it. I can say Super Lube's worked fine for me, and you know, again, I won't say it's the best. I haven't seen the data, but yes, it's worked fine. It's because people have different preloads. If you use thick EP2, oh yeah, okay, yeah. So it's WD-40 white lithium. That sounds right. I couldn't find that stuff anywhere. I did look for it because I was like, oh, that should be cool, but I couldn't find it anywhere. It's like a special order online, at least around here. That's all it was. What time is it? Make sure that we're still good. Okay, so 24 minutes and we'll open up the giveaway. Let's get our sides put on. I'd like to get at least started on tap. Okay, so rail facing forward. Steve would say that the text must be facing the correct direction, and it is. Steve will be proud. And we're just grabbing, let's see, move you guys a little bit like this. I ended up getting it on Amazon. Okay. I don't know if they had it back then. It was also, when I built my first V0, was like in the first year of lockdown, probably in the first 6 months of lockdown. So it was a weird time as far as like, wait a minute. Wait, high wind rail. Okay, if I'm gonna have it correctly, I need to swap out, 1 second. I'm only swapping these because text, otherwise I'll have to flip the rail. Yeah, like supply, everything was in like hard to get supply of, so that probably didn't help when I was looking for it. But I was able to find Super Lube at the local Home Depot. Okay, here we go. This is going like this. This slides on like that. And then we are using M510s, which are in the top left corner. Hey, Mom, I just got here. Ended up getting my WD-40 white lithium from Walmart. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I guess you can get it in person now. That was one I saw a handful of people recommending. So again, I can't say whether it's good or not. I haven't used it. I quite literally think I've only used this Super Lube synthetic grease since day one. It's inexpensive and it's available. Changing this song. But yeah, if people are saying that stuff works, then, you know, I don't see any issue with using it. Okay, it says leave this loose. It almost feels to me like when I mean, it's still kind of like it, but when I first started 3D printing, one of the biggest like bed adhesion had not been figured out, right? Like PEI, I don't know anyone that printed with PEI in 2014. It was like blue painter's tape or glass and maybe like some Kapton tape, but like everybody had their own like potion that they used for the print surface. Like, you know, like a blend of like extra hold, like, you know, hairspray. Oh no, it's gotta be the unscented. Oh no, it's gotta be the, like, there was so, like, a purple glue stick. It's gotta smell like violets. Like, it feels a lot like that to me with the linear rail greasing. Like, everyone has their own formula. So I'd say if you got something that's working for you, then 2 thumbs up, right? Like, it's your printer. You gotta be happy with it. But yeah, it feels incredibly inconsistent as far as the feedback I've been. No. Oh no, it's an M530. Okay, I was gonna say if we needed to use an M540, we're screwed because one of them isn't wasn't machined properly, and I'll have to get it. Yeah, it has to be pink hairspray. I'll use the Super Lube stuff on metal lead screws only myself. The stuff that I use on the rails. Yeah, I mean it's thicker. What you're using? What, the stuff that like Rico sells or what West sells? West 3D, Aaron? Okay, so this one we need an M530 and a shim. Hey Matthew, Super Lube on needle bearings for the BMG parts. Clean PEI only for me. Yeah, PEI once I found PEI, it felt like I had seen the light. Like it just, I cannot swear enough about it. I prefer powder coated just because I'm aggressive. Like I damage things and it's a lot more forgiving. But yeah, for PLA, ABS, ASA, PETG, TPU, the only thing I won't sometimes use it for is nylons. Nylon works really well with Garolite, or polypropylene also isn't great with it. Polypropylene sucks on everything, but like packing tape, or there's some specific formulas for it, works well. But like for all standard filaments, I love it so much. And I like smooth PEI too. My biggest issue is, again, like PETG, you're rolling the dice. You typically want to put something down as a separation layer, otherwise it'll bond to it. Same with TPU, and with the keeping these kind of loose. With the powder coated, you just throw it down and it's coming off typically. We agree, you're aggressive. I personally use EP2. Okay, EP2, gotcha. I use Mobilix EP1 or 2 on bearings. I've used both with no issues. Using my homebrew gun lube on everything. There you go. To teach their own what works. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. I don't feel strongly enough about it. Like, if you, yeah, I just don't feel strongly enough about it. If it works for you, I'm more than happy. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Let's grab this. Another shim. Okay, leaving these pretty loose. Maybe not that quite loose. I don't want them to fly off. And I'm imagining it's the same button head. Wait, did they skip the button heads on this side? Huh, I guess it's just assumed, but they don't cover it. That's funny. If you look at, so it shows left side, put in the top bolts, put in the bottom bolt. Then it shows right side, put in the bottom bolt, but it doesn't show top bolts. Then you just install it. Oh, no, it's by design. Never mind. Okay, so now we're gonna place the rail, sweet, onto the printer. So let's move these out of the way. Trash. You go there. This is M38s. Where did I get these from? There we go. M38s. You go there. You go there. Okay, Trident's coming up. Or the frame, I guess, is coming up. It's not that heavy, not compared to the VZ. All right, can we do this upside down? I think I would rather use gravity. Okay. Cool. Okay, so let's go like this. I have it upside down since the rails are on the underside. It feels like that makes the most sense. And then we just need to make sure that we place it. Why does this feel wrong? It's because it is wrong. This should be like this. There we go. You questioning the Voron manual? Never. Let's see. Bamboo Tea satin sheets for the printers, but I've never seen anyone else make them other than Prusa. I love satin sheets. I feel like someone else does. Isn't the P series by Fabrico technically satin sheets? That's super funny. If you look at the manual, not only does it cover it, but it actually says, if I just read right here, missing some bolts, well, the other 2 bolts will be installed later. That's what I get for jumping the gun. Okay, so M316 on, I have this flipped around, so That's not confusing at all. Okay, so I think on this side we're doing all 4. Yeah, so this side, okay. These are M316 socket heads. M316 socket heads. 316, there we go. Okay, so on the far side away from you guys, I'm going to be installing all 4 because I'm doing it opposite since I flipped it. You need 8 if you don't screw the end stop plate on the XY block. I am going to be installing the, you mean the PCB, right? That should be going over there. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Where driver? Satin is between smooth and textured. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I think I have a Prusa. I don't even have a Prusa printer anymore at this point, but I'm pretty sure I have a satin sheet for a Prusa printer. I need to take a look at it. Okay, I'm keeping those kind of loose for right now. And then this is saying to put 2 in for right now. Okay, so we'll put 2 in for now. And these are the 2 that are going to be furthest away from this guy. So it looks like the back 2 go in. Prusa sells 350. Oh, wow. Oh, that's right, because of their XL. That makes sense. Okay, so I think it's these 2 that are going in now. And then we're leaving these 2 for the time being. Does it say to tighten these fully for now? Yeah, it doesn't say to leave them loose. Dan, how do you say goodbye to old printers you don't use anymore? It depends. I've sold quite a few, so because we're moving, I've done a combination of donating. So someone bought a printer recently off me, and then I donated 2 more to that same person. So some of them get torn down. Like I actually have a parts graveyard in the garage of printers that I've torn down to like raw materials that I can use for future projects. It depends. So I haven't gotten rid of any printer that I've built so far, like a kit printer or like a Voron or the Rat Rig or the Second Cube or the Merc or any like VZ, like those ones I don't know how to get rid of, and I don't think I will. I'm planning on holding those until pretty much the very end. But yeah, for retail printers, it just depends. It's a combination of, again, donate, scrap, or sell locally. So no, not back to California. We're moving 1 mile up the road. Yeah, no, we're here to stay. We are very happy with. Idaho's been awesome to us. Yeah, we're renting right now. We purchased, so we will be moving into a house, but it's going to be a few months. And so the house we're in right now, renting, they put it up for sale, so that's been weird. So yeah, we're probably going to put a lot of our stuff into a pod and potentially be living out of an Airbnb for about a month. So it's going to be weird doing streams out of an Airbnb. I won't have this set up. It'll probably be 1 to 2 cams and a laptop, and probably do something small, like maybe working on the ERCF or something like that. I have no idea, honestly. I'm trying not to think about it yet. Where do you sell your printers going on? It depends. So in California, a lot of it was on OfferUp. In Idaho, apparently nobody uses OfferUp, so it's mostly on Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, it probably depends a bit on where you're at. Again, California OfferUp was awesome. Out here, it's not. So, wow, that is really smooth. That is really, I'm very happy with the way that feels. Okay, so now this is telling, oh, she should flip it over, I guess. Let's flip this guy back over. Like that. You missed Aaron's wife running the Xtil F1 all weekend at ERF doing custom tags for, that's awesome. Yeah, he said that his wife was doing like skulls on a bunch of the silverware. Oh man, this is too tall. This is why we need the overhead. It should still work for now. I'm basically, let's see, I'll turn this towards you guys. Luckily tap, a lot of it will be, a lot of tap will be off of the printer. Okay, so this is going up here. This is our cable chain mount that we're using for now. This is M516s. New house, yes. Yes, nice. I wish that we had purchased last year because the housing market is awful. I mean, it was bad last year, but it's awful now. But we've been saving for many, many years, and the plan was to purchase when we moved out here. I always wanted to purchase before having a baby, but it just didn't work out with life and everything. So, yeah, it's gonna be cool. The new place has a studio that is upstairs, like it's my own studio that's gonna be twice as big as this. It's gonna be rad. I'm super, super excited. Yeah, housing market is very broken. It's awful. Yeah, if we were in California still, there'd be absolutely zero way. It's still very, very tough out here. Very, very tough. Yeah, everything's crazy expensive right now. It's not too tall, you're just a bit shorter. I'm not that short. How's the Trident build compared to 2.4? I would say that the Trident build's easier than 2.4. It's definitely... Hi. Ooh! Woohoo! Thank you. Aaron brought food. Delilah. It's hot in here, huh? Super hot. I'm melting. Yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Actually, I probably should have tightened that fully yet. Yeah, so the 2.4 was definitely, I think, a bit more challenging. Some of it's familiarity because this is a lot closer to the 2.4 than like the Switchwire or V0 that I'd done before. But the 4 belted Z thing was a bit of added complication. You have cracked front pieces? What do you mean? No, I don't. So you talking about this? This is, I think you're maybe talking about these guys. These are supposed to be like that. Yeah, no, it's supposed to be like that. That's, they're 2 pieces. It looks odd. I get why you're saying that right here, but it's supposed to be like that. It's totally PB&J sandwiches with apple slices. and wait, is this apple? Yeah, it is apple. And frozen grapes. Okay. Squaring the gantry. Move the gantry all the way back until it hits the A and B drive on both sides fully tightened. Cool. So we're just going to do exactly that. Push this all the way back. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold it against here with one hand and then tighten these down. That's not the right driver. Here's the right driver. So let's go. First I'm gonna, there we go. Tighten the ones on the bottom. I'm just kind of loosely tightening. I'm gonna do one more. This is like, I'm just snugging them right now, and then I'm gonna go back around and do a little bit more, a little bit tighter. I have frozen grapes. Thanks for the. I don't know. Erin just started doing frozen grapes in the last 30 days here. I don't know why. I think maybe because it was warm out, and she's like, I'm gonna freeze some grapes. And man, I like them. I'm eating grapes more often than ever. They're just like they're you know, cool you down, and they're yummy. Like, I don't know. If you haven't tried frozen grapes, freeze your grapes. It's really good. Okay, I think that's good. There's a fine line between what does Steve call it? Ugga-dugga? one ugga-dugga? Between that and, oops. Okay. All right, I think that's good. Woo! Yeah, I'm feeling good about that. Look at Douglas. Yeah. Frozen grapes? No. I'm not saying, these ones are not covered in sugar. I have not had sugar covered. The screw and idlers are in line with the center of the belt. Screw and idlers. Yes. These are nice and loose still, as they should be. Okay, let's move this. So we got that on. Yay! Let's start doing the tap. I know we're gonna have to run belts at some point for tap, but let's at least get the beginning of it started. All right, we got one thing down. Let's see, tap manual, here we go. All right, also, oh, 4 minutes, let me put the camera on me really quick so I'm gonna open the giveaway up. It's for the Polymaker. If you are new here, we give away a spool of Polymaker filament every Wednesday because Polymaker is awesome and lets us do that. It has shipping international, so anyone can enter. And if you don't have a Discord name, just put don't have, and email is how I always reach out. So I'm gonna post this in chat. It'll be pinned for roughly half an hour, and then we'll do the drawing on stream. Anyone doing beacon on their tridents? I would say that Aaron has beacon on his trident, who is in chat. Thin line between righty-tighty and righty. Yeah, exactly. I have cracked plenty of things. Very cold. As soon as somebody, oh, I'll just type in chat. I can't pin it until it goes beyond this little reaction emoji thing. There we go. Oh, come on. I still can't do it. All right, I'm gonna write test again. Or toast. Pin message. Okay, it's pinned in chat now. Also, I haven't said it in a long time, or a while now. If you have not hit the like button, hit the like button. Let's see if we can get to 100. Let's see if we can get to, there's 104 people here. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes before giveaway time in 30 minutes. Okay, so Voron tap. Let's take a look really quickly here at what came in the SIBOOR kit. I'm really interested in beacon, just can't get over the 80. Yeah, it's pricey. There's no denying it's pricey. So this is all the printed parts that came in the SIBOOR kit, but this is not the latest version. I imagine they probably updated it now. This is from a couple of months ago. But I've reprinted all the parts, so we're not going to use any of these parts that they sent, at least the printed parts for it. So I'll put these off to the side. My beacon wasn't that much. Maybe, I wonder if they raised the price. I just purchased another one the day before yesterday, and it was, shipping wasn't that much, but the price was 80. I think it was 80 plus $7 shipping, so maybe you're out of the US. Okay, so what do they include? We have got a tiny little SIBOOR rail. We've got some M3 washers, heat inserts. We've got a tiny little 2 3-pin JST connectors and the little pins for it. Some hardware, some magnets, more hardware, and then we've got this guy, which is a little board. It's a little 5-volt board, so we're going to attempt to cut a trace. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, this is a little opto, I think it's called opto tap. It is, there's a 5-volt and a 24-volt version. This is the V1, which is only 5 volts. I did some research into this. I think that you pinned the wrong thing. Oh, that's funny. Did I not? Did I? I totally, did I not paste the giveaway? Oh, there we go. That's funny. My bad. Thank you. You might want the rail jig. What does that do? Rail jig as a spare. I don't. Oh, you mean the little jig that. Check that flathead screw. Make sure that the magnet sticks good enough. Okay. Do you want to buy a much merch? Before I that's funny. Yeah, it was right above the giveaway link. Thank you though. Yeah, so this is 5 volts only, and so what I'm gonna end up doing, or attempting to do, is taking the toolhead PCB, and there's a trace that goes into FS, which I believe is filament sensor, which is not used by default. And I'm going to try to cut that trace just using either an probably use a tiny little flathead to try to clear away the coating, and then use an X-Acto. And if I can cut it, then I'm going to jump using a wire from the 5 volt pin on the umbilical wiring to that, so it gets 5 volts. If that doesn't work, or if I fail, then I will just tap into 5 volts from one of these connectors here. But ideally, I'd like to just do that. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if it goes wrong, I will have to order a spare, or maybe we'll end up going to CAN bus earlier than expected. But that's the game plan. That's what we're doing. Opinion on SSS Sniper Wolf? I haven't watched or seen Sniper Wolf stuff in probably 14 years. I remember when me and my brother were playing MW2, seeing some of her stuff on YouTube. But other than that, I don't know. Check the flathead screws and make sure they stick good to the magnets. Flathead screws, little black ones. Don't cut the wrong trace. Let me send you the right boards, please. Well, I'm probably gonna go with CAN, Shammy. Otherwise, I would say yeah, but I don't want you to have to send them and then me swap out. What am I looking for? Magnets. Is CAN bus worth it? It depends. I don't like the cable chains, so I like CAN bus. CAN bus is a that feels that's a pretty solid bite onto the magnet. I don't want you to burn the house down. I won't. I won't burn the house down. It just depends, Matthew. It's kind of a pain to set up. Like, I've done CAN bus now on 1, 2, 3 printers, and it's been different every single time. And I think that's the most frustrating part. It's documentation's all over the place. Every board does CAN bridge slightly differently. And then they changed it, so CAN boot is now boomerang. Is that right? I like it. I think it's worth it on a printer that you're gonna have for a long time. People have different opinions on it. I've seen both. Yeah, G-Funny likes CAN. G-Funny was like preaching the. Have you heard of our the good news about CAN? It's got my name, Daniel Gunnis. I like it a lot. I like the cleanliness of 4 wires. I like that it's its own separate MCU. There's a lot of things I really like about it, but again, some people like it, some people don't. CAN boot repo is still there and works. Yeah, I saw that even when you it's not called boomerang anymore. Is it boomerang? No, I'm thinking catapult. Catapult is what it's called. I did see when I compiled it recently that it still has a references CAN boot as well, so that way there's no naming issues. So some people are just running CAN boards on USB. I don't fully understand it. Like, so Creality's doing it, the Bamboo's doing it, Chitty Tech's doing it. They're running both signal and power over a single USB-C, and they're using that as its own toolboard. I don't understand how they're doing that. It's probably because it's all their own hardware or they're customizing it, but none of these. So I've purchased like the higher wattage USB-C cables, right? Like, but none of the boards that exist currently that I've seen will output it. So like, is this one of them? No, this isn't one of them. I would love to see a board that can actually output both signal and enough power over it. With 20, it's updated right after Aaron wrote his. Oh no. You don't do anything with the BQ Terminator. Getting a board on the back was Was I right? Being able to do... No, I think that we might end up playing with it around on stream at some point here. So yeah, this is a 240 watt, like high power USB-C cable, and this should be able to work for a toolhead board, but none of the boards have a USB-C output that I've seen that could output enough power to power a toolhead. So the only ones I've seen, again, are like custom manufacturers that are having their own boards and stuff made for them. It would be simpler. A USB-C or like a USB would be simpler for quite a lot of people. There's perks of CAN still, like having multiple inline. I think they call them nodes is what they call them. For like something like a tool changer, I could see that being awesome. But you've got mail. So you're saying don't mess around with that board? I'm probably gonna go with CAN though, Shammy. I'll install it. If you send it, I'll install it. It'll probably be here by next week when we need it. So okay. Let's go to the documentation. Okay, we're on tap. This is my first time doing tap, so I'm sure I will run into many questions. The print settings are the same as I got a XR bunker order. That's okay, do it anyways. You'll be here by... Okay, thank you. I will do that then. I won't cut the trace on this. I will wait for your board to show up. I think we're only a state or two apart, right? I'm almost positive. Are you able to use... Yes. So that's a huge perk of Clipper is you're able to use multiple boards, multiple MCUs with one printer. So if you have a Raspberry Pi, or I guess it doesn't be a Raspberry Pi, but let's use the Pi, for example, you can have the USB port going to, you know, one board that controls your some of your primary electronics. You can have a second one that goes to a toolhead board. You can have a third one that goes to like the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder. So yeah, you can, which is a very, very cool thing. It's also a great way to use, like, let's say you have a bunch of boards that have like 4 drivers, but you want to build a printer that needs 8. Instead of having to go out and buy a new board, just you can chain the two together or basically have it communicate to both of them. So it's just super, super cool. Sorry if I yelled there. I feel like I got loud for a second. I think I got excited. Let's see, reporting. Tap is -3 millimeters thicker. Oh, it's not negative. It's saying about. Let me make this. I can't even read that. There we go. Roughly 3 millimeters thicker, so be careful. Cool. Tap replaces the X carriage. Normal operation triggered. So we're doing the Opto Tap, which is the PCB-based sensor. I don't know what sensor's on this board. Maybe I can read it off of there. Assemble sensor, wired sensor option only. Print these 4 parts, plus print 1 upper. Oh, I printed all the uppers, so I goofed then. I didn't have to do that, it doesn't look like. So PCB-based sensor. Let me take out the printed parts that I printed. I didn't actually look at the instructions prior. I just was like, tap GitHub repository. Okay, I need all the parts. Okay, so there's 3 parts that look very similar. These are the 3. And the one I'm using looks like it's this guy. Yes, and I think this is a support, like a built-in support. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so this is the only one, I guess, out of the ones that we need. So where the sensor is going to sit inside of. So these other 2 I printed, I didn't realize that. So then we also need, it's not a lot of parts really. You got this piece. We've got this piece. At least 3 millimeters of X, or yeah, that's not a big deal. I just need to remember to actually note that down. Let's see, right magnet holder, left magnet holder. So wait, they're the same, right? The magnet holders, there's not a right and a left? Oh, there is? No, did I goof? No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I guess I thought I just copied and pasted the STL, but there actually is a difference. And you can note, so one of them has 2 dots, and the 2 dots is for the left, and the single dot is for the right. So I'm glad that I somehow happened to do that correctly. Okay, sick. So then we've got bill of materials, which hopefully we have everything for. Hardware, which we hopefully have everything for. I have the printed cut guide, the assembly tool. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is remove the X carriage. God, it scares me. I'm gonna do it over this box. Ooh. One is 1 mark, 1 is 2. Delmar, I thought it was Y. Okay. Will I do this without messing it up? I sure hope so. Well, it actually comes with a little, so I don't think I had to actually print it out. I'm gonna try to slide this directly onto this little plastic holder. See if I can do this. I did not have good luck with the rails during the VZ build. So let's see, we want this basically aligned the same way. There's only one direction this can go. And I'm going to, I think I'm just gonna push, so push out. See if this works. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, easy peasy. So I just pushed the metal backing out with this one, so that way there was no gap. This is really loose though, so I'm gonna place this, I gotta place it in the box. This is, there we go. Oh, that jig tool is what I was talking about. Okay. Does your kit have M3 by 50 bolts? I don't know that I saw, no. What is that needed for? M350s? No, definitely not. There's nothing even close. You need M350s? Is that something from the latest revision? It doesn't say you need M350s. Okay, so we're good on that. And we don't need to cut. Okay, we don't need to cut our rail. This is if you are going to be making your own Voron tap. They give you the instructions, there's a jig. I printed it out, I didn't realize what it was for, but it's for this, if you're cutting your own rail down to size. It's too thick, so you can't use that black part. What? That's for the stealth burner? That's for RC8? He's holding a grenade with a pin out and is just shaking it around. It's to make the backplate more sturdy. It looks like you have an... Oh. Gotcha. Well, that's a bummer. Should we do this instead? Should we cheat? I've had this sitting here for a while. Should we just do this instead? I definitely don't have M350 screws. That is like a special order screw length. Hey Tor. 1 second. Cheat for sure. Should we just go? I would go for the printed. That's what Nappin says. I wanted to see how printed would work out initially before going to the chaotic lab one. My goal is to like swap it out later on. Let's see what Delmar's, see if Delmar's got an idea. If we need the M350 screws, I'm screwed. Okay, here's the manual. Yeah, I don't... If we're gonna need those screws, then we're basically stopping here. Adjustable magnet holders. Is there PDF? So this is what I downloaded. So this is not right. This doesn't have the RC8 stuff. Oh, gotcha. Okay. What happened to RC7? Here's what changed. 2 M350 screws. I can toss a couple M350s are the same used in the stealth burner. Yeah, I remember Steve, we just had this conversation, Steve and I, because I didn't have M350s. I might have M350s from... I use these for my stealth burner, the, oh man, they're like Phillips heads, but I use these for they came with the FiSet kit. You could borrow it from the stealth burner if you're not planning to build it today. Oh, that's a great idea. Chamois, I can talk. If you have a couple M350s, like just quite literally 2, maybe 3 in case I do something stupid with one, that would be awesome. Yeah, that's a good point. Why did I not see them in this kit though? If we need them for the stealth burner. M320s. Yeah, I'm confused. Are these the M3? These must be the M350s. Let me verify. No, these are not these are M340s. We said we need 50s? M350s? Yeah, M350. We're positive stealth burner needs 50 millimeter long screws. I don't see them in this kit at all. Hey Phil, you only need them with tap. No, SIBOOR doesn't send. So SIBOOR doesn't send stock. Well, they sent the tap kit as well, but they sent it before the RC8. 40 should work before you get 50s. Yep, the bottom 2. That's so bizarre. What? They have to be here somewhere then. I mean, the kit, they would have... I wonder if they have a separate... I wonder if there's a separate bag of hardware. Let me, let's zoom out for a sec here. Let's check to see. I would rather not put in M340. Let's see what we got. It's possible that they were too long to fit in their hardware organizer, so that there's some separate hardware and I just haven't seen it yet. Not seeing any down here. I want to have a couple bites of my sandwich in a minute. Let's check the other side. Oh, you're saying they didn't send them for the stealth burner either? Bet you this is it. Yeah, I think I found them. Yep, stealth burner parts. It's got the LEDs. Bet you there's some long, yeah, there we are. Those look like some long screws to me. Okay. Yeah, if you have M350s, chamois, that you could send like 2 of, I would be super appreciative. I'm gonna steal them for now. If not, let me know and I'll figure out how to order them online before we need them. I think they're 50s. They feel... Probably right underneath this, huh? Yeah. Let me put this back over here. 50s. Nice. Okay. All right, let me inhale half of this PB&J really quick, and then we'll carry on. Also, we've got 10 more minutes on the giveaway. If you haven't joined in the giveaway, we're going to be drawing for a spool of Polymaker filament in 10 minutes here. Let's just scroll through this while I'm doing this. How hard is it to upgrade magnets later on, Delmar? Or anyway, like if I did print RC8 parts, yeah, that I definitely did. I'm just thinking if we're going to be at some point installing the SIBOOR, I don't know if that's how you say it, but the crazy tool head and trying to push speeds, I worry that it might not be enough pull force. Hey, tripods. No pizza. PB&J today. Hey, Dutch. So with that CNC tap from Kinetic Labs, is that updated and using a larger reel? It should be. Thiago sent it to me. I don't know. What does Thiago go by online? He's the creator of like the quite a few cool projects. I call him by his actual name because that's how I've always known him, but I don't know his. I think he was the designer for the project that Zombie was doing, with the side, like the side-loaded mini Trident setup. 2 magnet, okay. Everything else I should have. Shouldn't be an issue. Belts are now handled by looping around the tap and securing with the printed belt covers. Okay, which I do have. The 2 M50 are thread up into tap and serve to provide extra stiffening. Is that the first thing I should be doing, is starting those bolts in then? So those go... Heat inserts for the center are moved back 4 millimeters to provide extra vibration resistance. So they will need to be secured. Top is still secured. Okay. Let's go back to here and remove... Some of this is still going to be correct. Okay, so there's a built-in support for the rail. Then we've got this one we already removed the support on, and then these ones, looks like the side pieces need to break off. Like, oops. Oh, this one's already off. God, I didn't pull harder than that. I would have broken the part. 112 people, including me, watching out eating a PB&J. Hey, we're doing more than eating a PB&J. You simply remove the flatheads and glue magnets there. Okay. I did see a big jump in the better 80XL graphs with the 2 bolts. Nice. Okay. So I can't think of any reason why we probably can't install the bolts first. So let's try that. So these are to reinforce it. Does it have... Does this guy have... Damn, I think the bolt's too big. Or the, yeah. I need to get some different bolts for this guy. The Ouya, or I can't think what it's called, the Ouya? Whatever the one Steve uses. I haven't gotten to use it yet. No, only after the rail is mounted. Okay. 32 likes. We've got more than 32 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. We're 5 minutes away from the drawing, and we're trying to hit 100 likes prior, and we are at 94. Oh, we're close. Come on, 6 people. We got this. Okay. So we will not do that yet. We're on tap assembly. Okay, so we've removed supports. Now we need to insert magnets. Does direction matter or no on this? I don't think it does, right? Let's see, where are magnets? No, it shouldn't matter with the screws. Okay, and we're gonna try to use some Gorilla Glue instead of super glue, because super glue I have is too runny and I don't want to relive the clicky. When we did the clicky on the Mercury build, it was a nightmare. I got all over my hands, so I'm going to attempt to just put a little bit of, I think I'll put a little bit of glue into the printed parts, and then I will push the magnet in, and we're just going to cut a piece of filament. Oh! No. Oh, that was the box. The box that just fell, you didn't see it, I don't think. The box that fell is the box that has the rail on that tiny little plastic piece. Somehow the plastic did not shift, so the printer gods are smiling down on us today, because that could have been rough. It only matters if you upgrade to 4 magnets, so it artifact... Yeah, okay. So if I put the other 2 in, I'll have to check. Matthew, thank you for the gifted membership. Who got it? Matthew, oh, Jonathan, you got the membership. Remember, Gorilla Glue needs water to be activated, and it needs to be clamped down. Really? Is that... Okay, maybe I don't want to use Gorilla Glue then. You know what? I won't use Gorilla Glue then. I will use my running glue if I can find it, but I'm going to apply it differently. I'm going to drip it into... I basically just want to make sure that when I apply it, what do I have? I need something like, there we go. We'll use just a little bit of plastic. So Gorilla Glue will not activate without water? Okay, so I'm pouring some super glue onto this plastic bag. Then I'm taking a piece of filament, because this stuff is just so stinking runny. And I still got some off where I didn't want it, because that's the way it goes. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter quite as much with this. Great. Why is it not? There we go. Hopefully that's gonna work. There, wood glue rocks. Interesting. It doesn't go in quite. Dang, I wish I had something heavy. Let's see that I can push down with. Let me try this. I can't get a good grip on it because the part's so small. Hopefully that's gonna work. Question I've got is, see if it focuses. Hopefully that's okay. It's like, it's ever so slightly above. Demo's right, use your little pliers. Oh, Nipix. Oh! That's a great idea. I'm hoping I don't shatter this piece. I'm like, I don't think it's going in further. Yeah, we're gonna roll with that. I think that's as good as it's getting. That's correct fitment. Okay, mine's stick out. Okay, awesome. All right. All right, let's try this then. See, is our glue dried up? No. Okay, that is probably plenty of glue. Let me get started again. Get started on the quartz. And then I'll use these guys. Oh yeah, that was the move. I forgot. See, like, I don't have this in my mind as a tool that I can use still. I'm so used to, thing needs to go in, press it quickly. Okay. They look about equal. So I think we're good on that. I use a vice press, that's correct. Nice, okay. For super glue, I use 2P gel and activator. This stuff was recommended, I think, by Greg from Greg's Maker Corner, and the reason why he recommended it was because I told him I was frustrated with all the super glues I have, me using them once or twice and then not being able to get the cap off. And I can confirm I've had this now. I mean, like, that's, you know, how much I've used, and I can still get, I can still get the cap off, but it's just like so thin. It's so thin, which is a recipe for getting on your hands and getting everywhere it shouldn't be. So I like it. I just, well, there. Gorilla has a long set time. Okay, that's good to know. I'm glad to have Gorilla Glue, but I haven't used it before, so I guess I'm not entirely sure how it works. But so it's water activated. Just, I guess then what, you just lightly damp the surface of whatever you're gonna put it on and then leave it for 24 hours. I feel like that's not gonna be as useful as I thought it was gonna be then. Magnet press. So I guess we should have read this before, huh? Place magnet on flat surface. Polarity doesn't matter. Place a drop of CA glue on top of the magnet. Place magnet. I'm glad we didn't place on top of the magnet in this case because of how thin this stuff is, but I can see if you had regular super glue. Place magnet holder on magnet. Use a strong flat tool. Press it. Use for both left and right. Alternatively, you can use channel locks, which we did do. Cool. Do you smell glue? Nice. Okay, so heat inserts. Let's do the giveaway, actually. 60 seconds if you are currently filling out the giveaway form, and then we're gonna draw for that spool of filament. You might want to try Gorilla Glue's Gel CA Glue. Doesn't run nearly as much and doesn't need water or a long time to set. Okay. I would love to find a, like, regular, like your standard viscosity super glue that just works relatively well and doesn't, I mean, I know they sell some with, like, I've seen they sell like a 50 pack of replaceable tips, so you just sort of, when the tip gets destroyed, you pull it. Maybe that's what I have to do, I don't know. It's been so frustrating, you know, having the top of my super glues weld for years. Humidity will work over time. Think of it like a moisture activated epoxy glue. Okay, gotcha. So it's essentially a two-part and the water is the second part. I love this chiptune music. What number is on your Nipix? I need to order that. This guy is the 125. This was a gift from Steve. He got me the 125 and the 180 for the BZ build. You have to make sure to clean the tip after each use. What? How though? Like just some warm water and a paper towel to wipe it clean? Could always get those little 2-gram tubes of super glue, basically one use. Yeah. No, I'm happy to admit that I've probably been super gluing wrong as far as, you know, maintenance and stuff. But if someone's got like a foolproof solution on a glue that works well and they've had for a long time, that, you know, again, they've got some sort of, like how you're saying, Delmar, cleaning it after whatever method you use to clean it, I'd love to know, because it's there's been so many times I need my super glue and I go to it and I'm like, great, I have to take like, you know, flush cutters to it to cut it so I can actually get it open again. Okay, let me remove the remove the message and then unpin it. We are going to do the drawing. Did we hit 100 likes for giveaway time? We did, 116. Thank you everyone that's liked. Okay, before I grab the emails, I should put the camera on me so nobody's emails are shown. Let's see, download responses, yes. Giveaway form, extract all, extract yes. Perfect. Replace existing file. Okay. So we have got 114 entries. Control C, wheel of names, Control V. Boom! All right, here we go. Don't draw me, I need to feed the cats. Well, you don't have to be present, napping, so just use IPA to clean the CA. Then gives you a few seconds to think about it. The 2P10 is the only stuff I found that lasts and works on anything. I just wiped the Gorilla stuff with a paper towel before I put the cap back on, been using the same bottle. Cool, that's the Gorilla super glue that you're talking about, right? This paper towel, I just had that happen in the last bottle, so I had to start a new one. Okay, maybe that's it then. Maybe I just need to, I'm sure I haven't been doing that. I'm pretty sure I'd use it with the cap on. Keeping CA in the fridge. Oh, someone did, that's right. You talked about this, haven't you, Phil? This sounds familiar, and I said, I don't know if Aaron will let me. We've ranted about this many a time. Okay, before we do the giveaway, thank you to Polymaker for letting us do this. They have let us give away a spool of filament every single week on this channel for like a year and a half now, which is incredible. They make tons of filaments, they support the community, and they're always coming out with new stuff. They recently had a Halloween special. It's probably still going on right now. They had a special edition Halloween series, which was a 3-pack of filaments, and there's new awesome stuff. So thank you to Polymaker for letting us do this. If you want to try out Polymaker filament, they have a ton of options. There's a link in the description. It does support the channel, so it's appreciated, and it lets them know that, you know, some people are going their way. On that note, I will contact the winner today. I'm on Jackson duty for 5 hours after the stream while Aaron's at work, so I will probably be on the laptop and be able to send out the winner's info pretty quickly here. So how many times should we shuffle? Let's go with the range for today. Let's see, today is the 4th, so we'll do from 4 to... We'll do 4 to 50, because 50mm screws. 4 to 50 is our range. Damn, it's gonna be 42. All right, we'll do 42. Here we go. That's 40. 1, 2. All right, good luck, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Should have known it was gonna be 42. That's funny. I almost thought it rolled Nappin, which is funny because I just was talking about Nappin going to feed his cat. But Justin, you are a winner. Justin Anderson. Let's get some air horn and some cheers. Congratulations. I will send you an email again today. And if you're in the US or Canada, I don't know why I said that weird, you will get a Polymaker gift card. And if you are elsewhere, there's like a list of like 200 something different filaments that you can choose from. So there's a ton of options. So You were so close, Nappin. You were so close. I wasn't sure, like, the way it rolled, I was like, I don't know who won this. Okay, so let's get back to, let me close out of the emails so I don't show everyone's email. Boron tap assembly. There we go. Okay, so heat inserts, that's right, that's what we're doing. Let's get this going. We got you, we've got you. Yeah. And I do remember it said that there was one difference on one of the heat inserts on the RC8 changelog, so I'll have to check that. I think it's the same location, it just goes in a little bit further is what it said. Let's see. It was, oh, here we go. The heat set inserts for the center are moved back 4 millimeters. Oh, back 4 millimeters. Okay. I don't think that really affects much. We're putting these in. Let's see. Okay, 2 on the back. There he is, Justin. Yeah, so I will send you an email again today, and you'll either get to pick your filament or get your gift card, and then you can choose whatever you want. There's a huge selection. Flush. Okay. Yeah, that's what we'll do. My thumb is hurting. I don't know why. I haven't burned it. I mean, I guess it's probably from pressing those dang magnets down, but it hurts more than I feel like it should. Did I not heat this up? I did not heat this up. I'm like, it doesn't normally take that long. Forgot. You have to press the plus button. There we go. I would recommend running a screw in the heat insert right away to clear any filaments. Okay. It looks really, wait, that's not right. Okay. Did I? Okay. It looks clean. I don't think I've got... You're saying filament in the threads, right? From the heat insert? It doesn't look like I've got any, but I'll still do that just to verify. I'll flip this. I like flipping them now. If it's a flat surface and then putting it up against the quartz to make sure they're flush. Are we there yet? For the bolted ones. Gotcha. So not these ones. Well, I guess these I can't really clear through. Oh, dude, I got super glue on my finger. Let me move this out of the way. Freaking danger zone in here. Okay. So, those 2 are done. There's a lot more. Okay, we did those 2. We need 2 on this side. So these are angled. These ones I won't be able to do what I just said, so. Okay, so let's do... G-Funny, what's the last printer build that you've done? I'm curious. Is it the oh, Micron? I haven't gotten to ask you about your like printer build stuff in a long time. That looks really flush, actually. Micron Plus. Okay, yeah, that's right, the Micron Plus. Did you end up finding a buyer for the other Micron kit? The I think it was the Funzor, right? Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Come on, there we go. looks pretty flush. It's a year old last week. The Micron Plus or the funds are, those are pain in the ass ones for the filament to build up. Okay. I will take an M3 screw and just drive it through it real quick. No, still sitting in the box, dang. Do you have any plans? Like, do you have any plans or any builds on your sort of radar? I mean, I know with time and work and stuff, maybe it's just not possible, but like, is there something that when you get a chance you'd like to? Nope. I am awesome. You are awesome, zombie. Okay, so oops, these are the ones that you were saying. It went right through. Yeah, I think I got really lucky. Metal parts Micron? Ooh, nice. I know that Heart K's been showing, I think it's a Trident, is it a Trident that he's been showing off? That it's got like a bunch of, I think CNC parts and these like gorgeous green pin things. What Maba was saying is he wants a Micron. I don't know, well, I have quite a few like in-between projects, like ERCF, some variant of it is probably, if when we're moving and we're living out of that Airbnb for a month or so, and which is probably between December, and January, we're likely going to be working on the ERCF because I'm planning on having all the parts pre-printed and having a V0 not in storage. And that will be something small enough where with like 1 or 2 cameras we can sit, hang out, and assemble that. But then I also want to get a linear rail for one of the Ender 3s that I have so we can play around with the Titan? No, that's not right. Why am I brain farting? On the toolhead from BK, Terminator toolhead. And then I really want to convert one of the V0s to a Pandora's box. So I might be ordering a frame for that and then tearing down maybe the original V0. We're talking with Heart K about doing a metal Micron. Ooh, that would be awesome. G-Funny, you have not seen Gene Q. Sturdy Bunny. Yeah, basically, so from what I saw, I did a fair bit of digging in the last 24 hours on ERCF, and it seems like V2 is probably going to be a culmination of a bunch of community mods. I don't have any definitive info on this. That's the vibe I'm getting. But what they're calling V2 right now is basically like Sturdy Bunny with it's like 5 or 6 mods. I posted it, if you want to see it, Zombie, I posted it in the livestream Discord earlier. It's like a GitHub repository that has 5 or 6 GitHub mods in it all together. It looks rad. Blinky, yeah, Binky is part of it. I can really quickly pull it. Actually, no, we've only got 41 minutes until Aaron's got to get going. So never mind. Gotta stay. Yeah, triple decky, springy top hat. Yes, all this. What Phil's saying is correct. The words are incredible. Okay, so this guy's done. You guys are derailing me right now, even though I'm doing it to myself. So these guys we need on the bottom here, heat inserts. I was doing pretty good today, I thought. Maybe not, I don't know. Someone told me if I was doing pretty good today. Yeah, those look good. I don't see any plastic popping out or anything like that. I think we're looking good. Okay, so those two are done. Then we need more heat inserts in. Wait, is there another optional for mechanical? Okay, so we don't need that. We do need to put heat inserts into these magnets, it looks like. The big... I'm probably just going to hold these in my hand while I do them. Do you not print the fancy brass insert stand? Fancy brass insert stand? What's that? I shared the link in the live stream chat. Okay, sweet. Be careful, you need 2020 rail for this. You're talking about for the Sturdy Bunny, right? I did see that. I'm pretty sure I have a 2020 in the garage from one of the printers that I basically salvaged parts from. The thing I'm not sure about is how I'm going to cut the 2020 extrusion down to size. The only thing I could think of that I have is a miter saw, but I don't have like a metal blade on it, and I'm not... the metal blades that I saw, like Diablo was the ones I remember seeing at Home Depot, were like $100. I'm like, I might end up just ordering a 2020 extrusion at that price. So, we'll see. I can send you a custom cut. You have a custom 2020 extrusion, Zombie? Or you're saying you have the setup to cut 2020 extrusions? Printers, you can cut aluminum with a wood blade? Really? My game plan, because I was talking in the ERCF channel today, is to put together a spreadsheet where I basically put the full BOM from the kit that I got from Fabrico 2 years ago, and then I put all the GitHub projects that I need to get parts from so that I can see, cross-reference what I have from my BOM, what I need to source, what I need to print. Hopefully soon I can start doing that, very, very soon, so. Wrong stream, Zombie. I use a standard... Oh, really? A standard wood blade. Interesting. On a miter saw? You cut all your extrusions. Interesting. Is it with a miter, though, or something else? Combo wood blades generally can cut aluminum. Cuts extrusions with any cheap carbide blade. Wood plate is not recommended. And... I'm scared. I'm scared. I just got the miter saw for my birthday last year, so it's been like a year now. But I've only used it for some 2x4s. I'm scared. It's metal's different, man. I use a chop saw. Wow. Okay. All right. Maybe I'll just do it. If you guys, I don't know why it seems scary to me, but all right. I'll probably watch a video or two of someone else doing it just to verify the form. Yeah, I've never cut down 2020s. But yeah, I'd like to do it so that way I feel comfortable doing it, because it would be handy to be able to order longer 2020 extrusions to have on hand for projects than just chop them down to size myself. Do these need to go all the way deep in? Is that an insert for the back? Some of the inserts backwards, truss, that's fine. I feel like this one might need to go in deeper, but maybe not. Maybe this is fine. Yeah, I think they're okay. They're all flush. I butchered the approximately cut with an angle grinder, cutoff blade, and then mill the end to spec. Aluminum is soft. Wood blades work okay for that. Wood blades cut aluminum fine. I actually didn't. I use a butter knife? I'll send you a video of me cutting. Oh, I want to see that, Zombie. Clamp, cut, and keep the blade down as it stops spinning. Yeah. So similar to top is M3 nut, others are flush. Top is yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, we should be good. I'm gonna unplug this iron then. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, soldering iron is off, and this is saying that we need M3 nut, which should be in this kit. Okay. A medium to fine pitch. First micro years ago was all custom cut extrusions. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I've never done it. I want to, though. Again, like I think it's a very handy thing to be able to do. Luckily, I haven't really needed it so far, but I'm sure that if I did it once, I would find other times where it's useful. It's a pretty tight fit. There we go. Okay, M3 nut is in the top of there. Correctly inserted, sure. Okay, so this is saying take 2 M320s from the front. Is there anything else, actually? I just want to make sure, since we're doing the R8. So the belt, so it doesn't look like there's much that we have to really change, right? Belts are handled, so that's not right this second. That's the last thing after the rail's on, and then that. And it's the saying we'll need a longer screw, but that should be pretty obvious once we put the rail on. So everything else, I think we can follow this. So 2 M320s, probably these long guys. Actually, these are different size. Let's see. I mean, M3 nut on the belt holders. Are you talking about on the little pieces? No. How come I don't see it, Delmar? Oh, I do see it. I do see it. Okay, so we need 2 more M3 nuts. Do we have any from our VZ build? M3 nuts. There we go. Oh, we only have 1? We gotta have a bunch of M3 nuts somewhere. M5 nut, M3 nut. Well, they're gonna be 2 nuts black and 1 silver. That's all right. Go ahead and glue the M3. I don't think I need to glue these in, Delmar. That was a really hard. That was a really tough one. Let me see on the belt ones. If these ones are looser, I'll consider doing it. But that center one, I won't be able to get that out unless I really try. Jeez Louise. How the hell? Let's see. Oh, it's not going to show it, is it? Because this is a different setup. Dude, I'm having a hard time getting these nuts into their spots. Any strategy, it's an RC8 item, gotcha. Oh, dude, Nipix, damn it. I keep forgetting I have those. Yeah, it's a good call. Okay, so let's see if I go like this. The issue I'm having is I can't even get it to sort of like, oops, I can't even get it to sit. It looks like it goes flat and like that. Oh, damn. For some reason, it looks like point up. Yeah, so flat against the side here. There we, okay, I got it. It takes a little more ugga-duggas. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a tight, try not to break the, there we go. If I go like this. Okay, I think that's good. I don't think they need glue, at least not in this case. Put a magnet on the Nipix. It looks good. Okay, what else are we doing? We're doing M320s, that's what we were doing initially, and that's going from the back of... What? Oh yeah, so that's going... So they got rid of the Voron logo on the... This is going... I'm out of here. Have a good day. Hey, have a great day, G Funny. Thanks for hanging out, man. Okay, so this goes like this, and then this goes like this. No. This feels off. What am I doing wrong? This looks very wrong. That looks like it goes like that. Is it going like that? No. I'm doing something super wrong here, I think. So, one sec. Let me first get the right bolt in my hand, so that way once I know what I'm doing, I can get this in. M320s, so that's you and you. And it looks like this is going up this section, and then it's going, it looks like, through here. Oh, that is right. It is, okay. It sits weird, but that's okay. Yeah, it just sits really weird. Put the bolt in the bottom part first. Yeah, I guess the sort of angle it sits at, I don't know how well you can see that, but it felt wrong. It's not though. All is well. Let me get the other one in to keep it from spinning. Reason I said the filament buildup. Yeah, no, I see that now. If there was filament in here, this would be really tough to attempt to push through. Should I be going all the way tight with these? Tight, yes. Bolt heads need to be below this. Oh, wow. Wait, really? Okay, so that means this one needs to go in further. Something tells me I might be reprinting this part. This, so this one is below the surface. The other one is not, and I feel like I'm gonna break something. So let me back this one out and take a look. It's hitting a snag point that the other one just went right past. So I'm wondering if there's a little piece, I don't know if it's internal or external, from the print that's causing an interference between these parts sitting completely flush. I guess I have to loosen both in this instance. So I know that this right side is good. We have to work on Daniel's natural tendency to not look at the comments until he's figured it out. All right, let's see. So I don't see anything blocking that. I don't see anything blocking that. Nothing inside of there. What gives? That sits nice and tight. Okay. Because of the fact that it's also 26 minutes till I have to call it, we're just going to full send it. I'm going to tighten it down and hope that the head of this bolt goes through. If it doesn't, you know what I'll be doing? I'll be reprinting it and redoing this before next week's stream. So let's just go for it. I don't see anything that's obvious that would be stopping this bolt from being able to go in like the one on the other side. So let's just keep clamping it down. And just like that, it seems like it's going in. still needs like, I don't know why, it's definitely being a little stubborn. That is tight. I'm scared to go further, guys. It's nearly flush. Like if it's you better force. If you don't want to use a ball head wrench, you can strip the head. Yeah. I'm tempted to use an Allen key for the last little turn here. It's so close. Just move and check later. Be gentle. Be gentle. I thought I had to go. Yeah, let's. They're pretty close. I don't think I'm getting much. Let me see. Like, they're definitely like if they're sticking up, it's a hair, right? I think we're gonna be good. I'm gonna go for it. Vice grips for the win. Dremel time? Really? Goes, I do again. Is it normal to have to file it? Like, I mean, are we, let's see. All right, M3, 16 socket heads. That's gotta be the other two that were right here. I'd rather not have to Dremel it. Where do these other ones go? Oh, here we go. Move on and check later. Okay, all right. Gotta shoot. Thanks for live stream. See y'all next week. Hey, thanks for hanging out, GPs. Good luck with the rest of the 2.4 build. I feel like you've got to be really close at this point. I use button head screws for my... Oh, interesting. Should I be using button head screws? Technically, this is like the 5th week zombie. Be careful, these only into plastic. Wait, these are going all the way through. Right? These are gonna pop out the front, Delmar. You have bad layers in the holes, it's not uncommon. Either a drill bit to clean up inside or Dremel. Button head would give you the clearance. Okay. I might end up swapping then. Later. I'll do it later if I need to. It says leave this sticking out a little bit. It says approximately 2.5 millimeters. Yeah, okay. I'll leave them a little bit, it says 2.5 millimeters. I'm gonna leave a little bit more than even that. It's the same as like with the typical stealth printer, I guess, on these parts. How you normally have the section that grabs onto the hot end assembly. It's a screws that clamp the hot end cage, so if you have that printed, you can put it on and then tighten the screws. Yeah, oh, I do. I don't have it fully assembled or like that though. Leave room for the tool head, cold, the MP16 is plastic directly. Optical sensor, screws into plastic, be gentle. Okay, so we're then going like this. And we're taking our little sensor. And this is going like that, I imagine. We're using M3 by 8 socket heads. M3 by 8. Doesn't have socket heads. Hopefully that's okay. We got button heads. Hey, John. You just need the bottom cage part. Happy Wednesday. All right, let's see if we can do this. This one I will be careful with. Why do I not feel like this is... dude, I hope I didn't... It feels like I didn't go in right. Like direction, I feel like this is supposed to go in at an angle. And I don't know that I did. So I'm hoping I didn't cross the plastic threads. That'll be fun. So it looks like there's built-in... Is it built-in? I can't tell if I'm just going straight into plastic that's slightly smaller or whether they have threads built into here. It's hard to tell. Okay, that went in way easier. So yeah, I think that there is threads. I just over tightened my XN stop on my new X carriage and it broke because I already soldered it. Oh no. Stop using them. Dude, these drivers are awesome. These drivers are awesome, Nappin. I've used these for 2 years now and I've tightened all sorts of things down and I have not broken one yet. They work really well. I like the Fabrica ones, and I use them a fair bit, but they hurt my hands after a while. He hasn't had a punch. Yeah, no punching. Okay, that's plenty tight. Okay. Got our little optical sensor in there. If I have M3, I'm trying to see here, do we have M3 16? They're all socket heads. All right. What do you think, Delmar? Should I switch to button heads? I'll do it off stream, but for those ones that are sticking out a little bit. Optical wire into plastic, be gentle. You don't need to run wires like that. Optical wired. Do I need to crimp the wire right now? Am I gonna have access to this board once it's installed, or should I be crimping JST wire and having 3 long wires hanging off of it right now? The drivers don't break, the screw strips. I feel like I haven't stripped stripped many screws, at least not M3. I could see it on smaller screws. I definitely could say once you get below M3, I've seen and I have had issues, sure. Yes, you will have access. Okay, I'd wait till you get the new one. Yeah, because I'm not gonna have the sideboard, so I won't touch the electrical on this yet. Thread into plastic. M36 flat heads. There's 2 of them. For these ones, I probably should get the Fabrico drivers, or I can use the little Allen keys because the Fabrico drivers are in the garage. Take a picture of the wiring layout. See how much they affect the fitting of the hot end assembly? Oh, is that the only issue that they would call? Oh, I get, yeah, because it's gonna go underneath and clamp on. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'll try tightening it down a little bit more or something else. Using ball head drivers isn't about breaking all it's about stripping the heads on the low profile screws. Yeah, no, I agree with that. On small screws, I can see that. M36, yeah, flat heads. These are going into... It doesn't seem right. It looks like screws are going into these pockets, but these pockets look like they're supposed to have a nut inside of them. Did they change this? The new tap sensor has wires already on the board. So you don't have to make the connection at the tool head that way. Wait, you're sending a new tap sensor as well? Not like an optical sensor? Oh, tool head board, okay. Screws in the other part. What other part? No, like the part that it's saying to screw into is, it's saying to screw these little flathead guys into the plastic on these two parts. But what I'm not understanding is there's an M3, like there's the cavity for like an M3 nut here. So is there not supposed to be an M3 nut there as well? It just seems odd to me, like why have that cavity like that? Oh, got you. Okay, okay. That's okay. That was throwing me off. That's not for. Okay, cool. That makes sense. I wasn't understanding. I'm like, the picture doesn't align. Like, why? Gotcha. So they have it in that shape in case you need to press magnets in. That makes sense. And these should go all the way in. They say thread in the plastic angle, the holes tighten the front until they are flush. Okay, so yeah, you do want them all the way. I would say that's plenty tight. So if I end up needing more like hold force, I'm gonna get this started actually with the little driver. So if I end up needing more pull force, that's where I'd pull these screws from and insert the 2 additional magnets. Make sure that these are flat. Use a file if necessary. Okay, 4 magnet option is the way to do it. The other way sucks. I've heard both. Delmar was saying that he had no issues with it, so we'll run it like this. I mean, it came with the 2 magnets, and we're gonna end up swapping tool heads at some point, so if it does become an issue even with the stealth burner, we'll swap at that point. Okay. Last thing is 2 3x6s. Also, my P series is fine with 2 magnets. Tap, they just won't say it. Okay, 6 buttons. Your P series? Yeah, if it ends up being an issue, Phil, when we swap over to the SIBOOR whatever tool head, when you install a tool head, the bottom of the tool head should rest on these screw heads. We'll swap at that point because we're already going to be taking the whole tool head off at that point. It'd also be kind of cool for me to see for myself just how it really differs. So these go all the way in too? It looks like it, if it's going to be resting on this. Zol, okay. Thank you, Zombie. Always making sure my bed's leveled and my pronunciation is correct. Zola is really a simple build once you get past all the heat inserts. Yeah, I'm probably gonna order the kit for it from Fabrico. Oops. Also, what time is it? I've got 10 minutes. Okay, those are in on the bottom. That looks good. What is left? Fun fact, what are these for? Assemble center. 2 dots left, 1 dot right. 2 dots left, 1 dot right. And you want the whole facing outside? Okay, so 2 dots left and 1 dot right. Okay. So, looks like these guys, 2 dots on the left side. You want the heated insert facing towards this section, it looks like, so you can lock it in place. Let's see if we can pop this in. That is not going in. Is it because I'm doing it backwards? Magnet should be facing towards the outside. Because I'm doing it backwards. That's why. Okay, magnet facing out. There we go. Maybe? There we go. That does not feel like it fits in there very nicely. I'm not convinced that that's right. Heat insert has to be facing towards the outside. Should be now. Here's why it's bad for maintenance. Are those in stock yet? Need a bug factor. I think I'm doing this incorrectly. Something feels off. I don't know what the heck. The left has 2 dots. I have them swapped. Awesome. So it's 2 from the opposite side then? It said 2 on the left and 1 on the right. Which is what I had. I checked. I am probably screwed on this part. Unless, no, I can push it. I can push it out. Maybe? Holy crap, dude. Oh. I don't understand why they call them out from the opposite side then. It's confusing. Well, this probably is a good point to call it then. I'm either gonna have to figure out how to fish them out or reprint them. Are you holding upside down? Tab thing is up. I don't know. The way I was looking at it was, this is the back of the thing facing towards me. Oh. Yep. That's exactly what's wrong. That was quite a bit of force. I'm gonna have to pull them out. But yeah, it was the orientation. I was pulling the damn thing. Okay, so my game plan is fish these guys out and pop them back in place. I'm going to see if I have an M3. I'm either going to try to tighten these socket heads in more, but I don't think I want to do that. So I'm going to try to replace these socket heads. I'm going to try to replace these M320s with button heads. I'm sure I have them somewhere out in the garage. That way I don't have to risk any of this sticking out. And then, let me see, once I've got that, rail goes on. I kind of want to wait on rail. Yeah, I think we pause it there. So once I get magnets in, we lock those in place. Rail goes back on. We mount it to the X carriage. Then we run the belts. So belts, we have to run the belts next week anyway. So take an Allen key and you can push the plastic out. Might work. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Heated inserts are on the inside. That makes sense too. So it passes through the entire thing. Jeez. It always happens right at the end of the. It always happens right at the end of the stream. I haven't punched anything, but we did shove those in the wrong way. I'm hoping I can get them out. I think I can because I can fully see the heated insert there. So as long as I get something in there, I should be able to wedge it. This side's going to be a little bit trickier, but I still have a little bit of the heated insert I could fish something into and pull it back out. So I'm sure I'll get it. I'm just sad that I did that, considering I looked at it. And saw it too. So, and I think, yeah, we got 4 minutes left. So let's call it. Okay, so next week the game plan is we finish up tap, we run the belts, and then we try to do as much of the stealth burner as possible. I don't know what time we're streaming next week. I will have Aaron's schedule by this weekend, and so as soon as I know, I will get it scheduled for next week. My goal is to keep the same stream time if at all possible, and she's mostly been working nights, so that's a plus. If she ends up working the same shift next week on Wednesday, I might move the stream an hour earlier. That way we can stream for 4 hours instead of 3, because I really want to make some progress on this, and knowing that we're possibly having to move in like 60 days, it means that our streams are numbered prior to the move, and I would like to have the Trident done prior to that. So I think that's the game plan. So yeah, see you next week, I hope. Yeah, I will do my best. Nice. My goal is to keep the streams early because, again, I understand that like that's how they've always been, and so much of the stream is not in US or Canada or on this site section of the world, and so I don't want to stream later if I don't have to, because I want everyone to be able to tune in. So we'll see, but I'll get tap fixed. We at least got the X rail in today, and our XY joints are both in, and tap's like halfway there. I would say tap is at least halfway there. It's just basically belts, putting the rail back on, and correcting my one whoopsie. So anyways, I hope everybody has a great rest of their day or night. And again, just stay tuned for the scheduling on next Wednesday's stream, and we will conquer tap. We will see this through. So, all right, everyone, take care. Have a great rest of your day.